Hello, everyone. I know, I'm speaking and I'm back online after a bit of time. Well, today I'm going to be doing an art stream. Now, if you all don't know, I'm learning how to do art. And as of recently, I've not been doing great, but you know, practice makes perfect. No one is going to make Picasso in one day. So, why don't we go ahead and get started? I may be quiet for a lot of concentration, so I hope all of you really do enjoy. Anyway, let's get into it. Mm, no, that's not good. I was trying to make a brewing stand for Minecraft, but again, hmm, I mean, this is a potion, obviously, but what could I do over here? Possibly a bunch of wires from like this weird contraption. So like, let's say if I make a tube from the potion, so it'd go up, over, and then into some sort of weird contraption. And then this would basically be a button. There'd be like some weird lights, so we'll go ahead and do that. And then I guess there would be a lever over here. Hey, cat's eating my food. Maybe that could be a light switch. We'll go ahead and make that a light switch anyway. I'm gonna real quickly throw away this food, so that way she doesn't keep on eating it while I'm focusing on art. Okay, I am back, and this time, if you are a good cat, no distractions. Otherwise, I will have to deal with her climbing on my art pad, trying to climb on my computer while doing all of this, and that sucks. Maybe eventually I might go upstairs, but who knows. Anyway, so yeah, this is the weird contraption. And then what it does is it connects to all of these things. Now, if you don't know, well, of course you don't know because you haven't seen the prologue yet, but these are supposed to be, we'll just say tubes. And they're all going to be connected to some interesting plot points that we'll see here when the prologue comes out. You'll all enjoy it. Oh, there's my pen. Okay, my drawing pen. Anyway, so since we got this person right here, and none of you will actually know who it is, we'll go ahead and get the bodies of each and every person in the test tubes. We'll go ahead and go back on that one. I know, making really long arms. Yes, I'm making penguin arms at this moment. Is that good? Probably not. But again, this is the sketch, so I really don't have to try too hard on it. I mean, I do definitely want to try, but again, I'm probably going to possibly keep this. I mean, who knows? It might come in handy, but, you know, I may just end up getting rid of it once I actually make the good sketch. That's not an arm. Okay. That's also not an arm. That's a really weird looking arm. That seems to be attached to the head, not what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. So yes, there is going to be 9 characters in the prologue that you all will see, plus an extra one. But I will probably have a body actor actually play as that character. So that way, no one really has to worry about it. But as far as this roleplay goes, still kind of getting started with it. It's not going to be great. I'm not expecting it to be, but you know, I'm gonna go ahead and put like a little shelf here. Go ahead and maybe put a book right there, and a book right there. There we go. And then over on this side, I mean, there's not really much I could do, but I mean, maybe I could, let's see. What could I do here? Why don't we go ahead and put, I mean, possibly a test tube could go over there, or a tube that leads to the test tubes could go over there. Okay. Just checking, seeing if it is all working the way it needs to, and yes, it is. I was also checking chat too. Okay. Minor break. Since I got the sketches done, all I need to do now is get another outline done. Now this one is actually going to be some effort put into it. It's not going to be like this, where it all just doesn't look very good. There will be some effort into this one. So we are going to name this Characters outline only. Meaning every body, so like characters, every body, as in this, will be outlined in this one. And arms. The head, no, just the body. So, without further ado, let me go ahead and change the color up a bit. Why don't I go ahead and make it just a little dark, you know? Gotta make it just pretty good, okay? Now, as you all know, I know how to do clipping, so I could possibly learn how to shade. But when making an outline, I don't just want to stick with black. And there's a reason for that. Mm, okay. Now, this is going to be a little hard, but trust me, that doesn't look very good. Let's go ahead and go in just a little bit, and then go in. No. 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 Kind of. I guess that's probably the closest. No, no, no. We're never gonna say, oh yeah, that's close, or yeah, that's good. There is always going to be some type of way of saying, you can correct this better, but don't do it so much as to be like, everything needs to be perfect. Basically, after every 5 times, if I don't do something the way I want it to go, then I will go ahead and keep on moving. But if it's something I really do, want to work on and really want to perfect, like let's say eyes and stuff like that, then I will probably work on it some more, most likely off camera. So, without further ado, let's get this done. So that's technically 3. If I add arms, it would make it look a little bit better. So why don't I go ahead and do that? Okay. And then let's go ahead and make that just a little bit smaller. Quite possibly to 10 instead of 5. And then let's go ahead and erase the extra lines. Okay. So without this, honestly, if I were to rate it, I'd say at least a 5, maybe even a 4 out of 10. Because, of course, there's always room for improvement. So, that right there is a semi-good body, but I really need to, I guess, in the future, I'll fix it. That way it doesn't look terrible. But without further ado, why don't we focus on the first one, which is right here, other than the other one, which I got the body done for. So, I don't know exactly how big I'm gonna make the test tubes. So I'm thinking if I'm going to make the bodies of each character, I might as well make it as like medium or small as possible. So that way it's not like super big and taking up the whole entire thing. No. It'll basically be to where it's perfect, not too big, not too small, but just right. So why don't I go ahead and get started on that. Hmm. So if I were to turn it off, this is what it would look like. I don't know. I want to know what you guys think, but honestly, I don't really like it. I mean, of course, whatever you guys say, I'm kind of just going to make it the way I want, but, you know. So why don't we go ahead and make something a little bit better? That just looks even worse. Look at that. I mean, I could easily, erase it, but there's really no point. So, let's keep on working. Eh, that side's lacking. That seems like it's drooping. That doesn't look too great because it's shaky. Kind of a little bit better, but not by much. Because, see, it's like just a little off. If I were to, like, let's say, do it right here, it'd be perfect. But it's not there. It's just a little off. So let's go ahead and go in like so. Let's look at that. That honestly, besides the arms, but I'm going to change it here in a moment. Honestly, with how it looks, it's good. Just kind of gonna go ahead and do that. Because this one's a feminine one. There are going to be a few where they are masculine, but this one's going to be a feminine body. And yes, I know how to make feminine bodies and I know how to make masculine ones. It is not that hard to do, but yet a lot of people are not very good at it. I completely understand. Making hands and arms are also very, very hard to do. So, like, especially down here, if I were to look at that, yeah, no, I don't like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one and redo it. Because this one's a feminine body, not a masculine one. So, hmm. Honestly, if I were, of course, looking, if the scientist was looking this way, so like right over here, this body wouldn't do. Now, I know what you guys are saying. Zara, why don't you just go ahead and do like this? Well, for one, if this character is looking this way, I can't really do that except for the body. Because for the head, there'd be no point, because this is just, well, facing this way. If you get what I'm saying. How do I make it, you know? I guess I could do that. So it's like kind of pointing at me or at us. It's very hard to make it to where, the character is not looking at you, but it's looking at the other characters. So that's what I'm trying to do. But in order to do that, I can't exactly do that. Do the circle with the lines and stuff like that, and then make the body after it. I can't do that. I can do that for the other characters, so like this one and like all the others, but it's not great. It really isn't. So I'm probably going to change this name to something else in a little while. It's just going to hold like the characters in the background, like placeholders, so that way I know exactly how to make it smaller and not huge. So let's go ahead and, of course, keep on working instead of talking. I'll go ahead and be quiet. Mm-mm. That's too blocky. Hmm. Kind of would be great for like a scientist. I don't know. I don't think so. Hello, new person. I don't think I've met you before. Welcome, new subscriber. How are you today? And I'm doing all right. I'm doing this art stream because I want to try and learn more about how to do art. Because AI is taking over, and I'm just trying to be the artist that is going to stop AI from happening, and I am going to make pretty good art in the future, hopefully. And with lots of practice, you can do pretty much whatever your imagination wishes. And that is what I'm going to accomplish. But yeah, again, how are you? I'm going to go ahead and continue looking at this. Need to make it maybe a little bit bigger. Wait, I think I remember you. It's been a very long time. Hmm. To answer your question, no, this is. Oh, okay. That's great that you're doing really good. I'll be real with you. In like, I'd say in the past, I haven't been doing the greatest this year. But, it takes sometimes a lot of different things happen to people, and you just kind of have to accept it, you know? Anyway. Hmm. 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 No. Maybe what I could do, because the neck is supposed to be kind of small. And I mean, the hair is going to be blocking it anyway, so let's see. Can make it like that, but that's not good enough. No. Possibly what I could do is kind of do it like this, but that's it's kind of iffy. Mm. I feel like that's way too small. But you said you thought you recognized me. I don't know. The last part of your name sounded familiar because I met somebody on Discord with that name. Like the last part of it, like Spyros. But, Hmm. No, I don't think that's really good enough because it just seems so small. That just seems too long. Hmm. I liked that part. I feel like the body's what's messing up. It's not the arms, it's the body. It's very hard to make a feminine body at times. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. Hmm, I don't know. Don't question how I can do that really well. Alright, let's move on. So I think that the bodies kind of look okay. I just need to like, let's see, who will this be? Because that one is going to be, I'm not going to tell you who the characters are. Good, good. I'm not going to tell you who the characters are. All I'm going to tell you is this is a part of something I am going to be doing on my channel here soon. That's all I'm going to say. So I hope you all look forward to it. I'm going to be making a this is, the arms are a little big. I might shorten them here soon. Actually, I'm going to. No, the arms are just a little bit too big. Honestly, arms are still too big, but yep, the body's just a little bit too small, I think. So I need to. Nope, that's too big. Mm, arms are a bit too big. No. Let's turn off the background. Maybe a little bit bigger. Kinda. That kinda works, I guess. Could make it a little bit more realistic, but I mean, that's kinda good for one of the characters. Let's see. So there is, let's see. There's Cyrus, there's Jimmy, there's Fork. Who else? Red. I think that's all the guys. So 4 guys, and then Zara, Onyx, Milkshake, Ice Tech. I think there's 2. No, there's 1 more. And Miss Last Minutes. That's so 4 guys and 5 gals. So together that makes 9. Oh wait, it's only 3 guys and 5 gals. No, there is still 4 guys, right? Yeah, 4 guys, 5 gals. There we go. There we go. So, I think probably what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put the guys all together. So this is 1 guy, 2, 3, and then up there 4. And then on the other side, I'm gonna make all the girls. And of course, the one down there is a different character, but it's pretty much the same thing as one of the characters. I just won't tell you whether or not, really who they are. You will know when it comes to the prologue, to some extent. No, I don't like that. Let's go back. I also don't really like this, but I'll change it later. Let's do it probably one last time. Mm-mm. This one's gonna be really tall. Lol. I'm actually gonna go back to the other one because I don't like the way the body is. Looks too feminine to me. Hmm, their arm looks wonky. I know this is just a character outline, but I'm actually going to make 3 different character outlines for every single one, just to make sure I make it look okay. You know, I don't want to be, oh, okay, see ya. I don't want to make it to where it's not that good. Okay, this one, I'll make this one just a bit smaller because I think this is probably going to be Jimmy. And Jimmy is a very small guy. No offense if he ever watches this. No offense. I'm actually going to go ahead and redo it just a little bit. He's going to be a little bigger than me and everyone else that's a girl. But, you know, no, just a little bit bigger. But we are still going to make him the smallest of the guys, which is alright. everyone can be a good size, you know? He's just fun-sized. Hmm. No, let's go back. Now, how does that look? That looks kinda okay. Compared to the others, that's definitely smaller, but not by much. Now, time to move on to more of the feminine side. This one's kind of gonna be a little hard. But I got it. No, too big. Mm, too small. Too wonky. Kinda okay. Just gotta. Frick. Mm, It's a good enough feminine body. No. No. No thinking that way. Get it together, Zara. Good. You can do it a hell of a lot better. No. No. Still no. Maybe I should wait until the clothing stage for that one, since it's way too small. No. Don't quit now. Remember, an artist never quits. I realized exactly what's wrong. Need to erase this part. Perfect. That one will probably be me up at the top. Okay, guys, I am going to real quickly go to the bathroom and then I will be right back. Let me go ahead and check how much time we have. 54 minutes. It's almost been an hour. That's great. And I haven't even gotten to the heads yet. Hey guys, I am back. Guys, gals, and non-binary people. I am going to go ahead and at least get the bodies done, and then I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream because an hour is good enough for a stream, you know? And I am going to quickly make that just a little bit bigger. So that way it's not, you know, super hard to see. Because I do want to be the smallest out of everyone, but I don't want it to be that small. Still haven't learned, have I? There we go. Kinda. That arm looks like a chicken wing. There we go. I don't know what was going on there. But anyway. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all really did enjoy the art stream, even though, of course, just starting to try and get better. Hope you have all enjoyed, and I'll go ahead and see you all in the next one. Bye.